Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Cool. So, how many of you have seen an Indian movie? Oh, I didn't expect. Okay, so I hope I can inspire you to see more movies, and for those who haven't seen a movie, so I hope this will pique your interest. So basically, I want to offer some perspectives on the Indian movie and the Indian movie industry. So there are some ingredients that make up an Indian movie and how it comes to the audience. Historically, if you see, at least this trend used to happen until the 80s and the early 90s. Every Indian movie had basically the same script. So the subtleties were different, but fundamentally the script used to be the same. So every script had like 4 main characters. So there was a male protagonist, so he is the hero, and there is a female protagonist, she is the heroine, and there is the male antagonist or female, but that's not usually the case, and he is the villain, and there is a comedian. So each of these 4 characters has a specific role. The hero, for example, his job is to basically woo the heroine and fight the villain, right? And then there is the heroine whose role is to basically resist the charms of the hero in the beginning and then ultimately succumb to the charm of the hero. This interplay forms the romance component of the Indian movies. And then there is the villain, and his role is pretty simple. He has to terrorize and or the hero and the heroine. So that's all is. So the thing is, in Indian movies there is this sharp difference between white and black. The hero is all good and the villain is all black. So and then there is the 4th component. So you have these 3 main characters that form the emotional drama that is inherent in Indian movies. And the comedian provides some comic relief from all this heavy emotional drama. So these 4 characters basically form the basic plot line. But of course things are changing now. I'll come to that later. And then the second ingredient is the songs. So if you look at Indian movies historically, they originated from stage plays. Just like orchestras you have, right? Operas and all. So songs are the main medium to convey a story. So that's how they were born, and even now songs form an important part of Indian movies. So it's another matter that songs are injected into a movie even though it's not really necessary for it to be there, but then they have to follow the formula, right? So every 15 minutes there is a song playing. So you typically have the hero chasing the heroine playfully and running around the trees and all that sort. So those are the songs. And then the third ingredient, and this is the cast. So the cast is very important because it kind of immediately piques the audience interest in the movie. So you have the Indian equivalents of the Brad Pitts and the Tom Cruises who basically command a large fan following. So if they happen to make a movie, then you're guaranteed that everybody will come and see the movie, if not for the story itself, but for the cast. So when the everybody means a billion people, then you know that the movie is going to run really well. So and then there's this 5th ingredient, right? And that is there's the 4th ingredient, and that is the location. So in Indian movies, I mean, this is an irony that I see between Hollywood and the Indian movies. Hollywood, when they want to shoot movies in India, they typically focus on the slums of India because that is kind of exotic to them, right? But the Indian audience itself, they like to see the visual flair that you can see in Western countries. So they want to see the Swiss Alps or the Eiffel Tower of Paris and all that. So there is this nice kind of contradiction between what the Hollywood as an audience wants to see of India and the Indian audience wants to see of the West. So and also by shooting a movie at a foreign location, you basically qualify a movie as a big budget movie, so that draws in more audience. So the 5th component is marketing. So they go all out in marketing. So you have all these stars that do nationwide tours, touring different cities and trying to sell their movie. And then you have all these movie trailers playing in televisions, radios, movie theaters, and then movie songs playing in MTV and all those other music channels. And then you have these posters of movies that they put up in places like even public toilets, so that people cannot avoid them at all. So these are the main ingredients that form an Indian movie. But of course, things have changed a lot. People are pushing their creative boundaries now. The filmmakers are now educated in the US. They take their film degrees from New York Film Institute and places like that. So they are influenced by Hollywood. So they kind of you see the trend that Indian movies are now nominated to Oscars. They don't win much of any, but still the trend is changing towards those kind of movies. And then revenues itself, right? So in 2011, the Indian movie industry used to make $3 billion of revenue, and in 2016 it is projected to be $5 billion. So Indian movie, the Indian film industry itself is twice the size of Hollywood. You have like 1,000 films that are produced every year, right? So in all these, basically in all these change, there has been one cliche that has remained with the Indian movies, and that is happy endings, basically. So I want to wish the same cliche in all your lives. So thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you.